and good morning to one and all. My name is Chaya Ayer, Deputy Director, Teachers Training Cell, Parul University. I welcome you all for this webinar. Parul University has set its benchmark with 28,000 plus students, more than 1,200 international students, and 2,000 plus active, energetic teachers. And the score is ever rising. At Teachers Training Cell, our task is to train the teachers throughout the year to update and upgrade them as per the need of the time. Our target is not just to teach the students, but also to prepare them for their career and to help them to fulfill their dreams. In this regard, today's webinar topic is multiple role of teachers for making better citizens of tomorrow. For this, we have invited a dynamic presenter, Shri Himanshu Patel. Shri Himanshu Patel is a trainer and founder of Research and Development Department of Education at Modi Group of Schools. Since 2001, he is the principal at Modi Schools. He has 15 years of experience as a trainer. Mr. Patel is an educational consultant, author, and motivational speaker. Himanshu sir, I welcome you on behalf of Parul University.
Thank you, ma'am.
We were the first during the lockdown situation. Not only we started with online classes, but also we took the challenge to make our online classes learning session enjoyable. In the present situation, the teachers will be dealing with the students both online and offline. We're excited to know from you the multiple role of teachers for making our citizen of tomorrow and the strategies the teachers should be adopting, either are taking their virtual classes or offline classes to prepare our student for their career and the good human being. So now it's your turn.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. First of all, I just want to congratulate all the teachers across the whole world. The reason congratulation is that, see, we were always saying that teachers are flexible and they can change themselves and they can adapt very well. This was the first time we got a chance to do it, right? Because online teaching was not at all, you can say, as an easy task for all the teachers, right?
Absolutely.
Basically, the absence of students only was the biggest problem and biggest challenge. How to teach to the walls. That was the greatest challenge we had. But thanks to all the teachers across the world, we proved it that we can do miracles, right? We can even teach to walls. Honestly, we have taught to walls because we are not knowing what was going on the other side of the walls, right?
Yeah.
And see, one funny thing, immediately after the unlock and the students started coming to school, I just told teachers that allow children to even sit with the legs on the benches. They're used to that, right? Because most of the sessions they have taken from the beds only. So it's difficult to adapt, right? To sit erect and sit in a perfect posture will not be easy, right? So little bit flexibility you need to have. If a child will ask, sir, can I have something in the class? Because they were used to for this many months, right? Munching was always ongoing process. Anyway, so coming on today's topic and today's point, I'll just share my screen if you're able to see it. Give me a thumbs up and we go ahead. I was just trying to see your brochure and I was very much fascinated by few things which I just want to share with you. Honestly, you know much better than what I know about your university. But the thing which fascinated me was few of these points. Right? See, first thing is that your university deals with so many branches. I think so. It's 200 plus, right, ma'am? You can correct me whenever you feel, because it's all about your university. It's 200 plus branches. Just a minute. There are 200 plus branches, and there are around 20,000 plus students. See, what was more fascinating for me, you are preparing students in various branches. See, you are not only making technical people, but you are having art students, you are having science students, you are having commerce students. So you are fulfilling the demand across the spectrum, right? You are preparing students in various branches, and hats off to the university and management that you thought of this idea. See, actually, the society and the parents always feel that their kid should be either a doctor or an engineer, which is
Mm.
not at all advisable. Not at all advisable, right? So once again, congratulations to the management and the thought process which is going on at the university, right? That we need people from all branches. Second thing is that the teachers play a very important role. See, the influence of teachers is so much that I always feel, I don't know how I'll sound, but the fact remains that more of influences of teachers compared to the principals and the management. Ma'am, sorry if you are listening, because they are directly in contact with the students, and
Yeah,
they influence so much. So again, all the teachers who are listening to me, uh, the success of the students is in the hands of the teachers, right?
exactly. You are
Right.
absolutely
So
right.
yeah, so they are directly influenced by you. And the third thing about your university, which I was so much excited to know, the packages your students are offered, right? It just might be a dream of parents that my child, after going to the university, earns lot of money, and at least he is self-sufficient and self-sustainable. So that is done by your university. So again, hats off to you all, the teachers and the management, for making the dream come true for the parents and for the students, right?
Thank you
Um,
so much for your appreciation.
yes, yes, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. Honestly, because see, not only I saw your brochure, but I was fascinated mostly by the number of students you have and the packages they are being offered, right? So the market has already justified that the university is at the top. So that's more important, right?
Yeah,
Rather than getting accreditation from this and this and this, I believe that that is more important.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you trying to share the screen, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing that. Just a
Yeah,
minute. Uh, will I be able to share from the cell phone also, ma'am?
yeah, yeah. Why not?
Okay. It's not going to- Okay. There's a presentation. It's not. Ma'am, just a minute. I'm sorry
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the. Okay. I'll just share it from this. Just a minute. Okay, ma'am, are you able to see the presentation? I don't.
Yeah, it will come just now. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, teachers.
Oh, no
And this is
problem.
what
No.
I was
Yes,
sharing
yes, yes.
about, that online teaching is not easy for every one of us. And honestly, we use Zoom, so I'm not very much acquainted to the. I've got my niece also. She is supporting me, and let's see, things will be fine very soon.
Yeah, definitely.
It will be in the Parul one. Yeah, it is. And by God's grace, it will start also. Okay, fine. That's great. Okay. So I think so now it's visible to all of you.
Yeah, it's visible now. That's great. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, you can continue, please.
Okay, ma'am. So this I was talking about the. Can you make it full screen?
Yeah, it's full screen.
Okay, is it full screen?
You have to make it full screen actually.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So let's take the first thing, the teacher as a chef, right? So this is all about your university, which I was just going through. Let's have the first screen. So let's see the teacher as a chef. See, being very, very honest, I'm foodie, and I think so everybody in Gujarat is foodie. Uh, as we have got different cuisines in a thali, Gujarati thali, we have got students of different mindsets. See, some students are really sweet, and when we go in the classrooms, they brush us also, and little bit butter polishing also they do. So we have got some students are very sweet, some students are little bit sour, some are also hot, right? They get irritated and angry. But a good teacher must be like a good chef, right? Where you have to balance all the students, right? कोई बच्चे कड़वे भी होते हैं, right? They are very much bold enough to say that sir मजा नहीं है lecture में, right? So what I just feel that as a good chef, the teacher must always be able to balance all the different kinds of students to make a perfect thali or a perfect class, right? Now, if you just take an example, right? If you are just teaching in a class, there will be some kids who will be always appreciating us. कि सर you teach so well, you teach so nice, समझ आया ना आए, but वो हमारी तारीफ तो करते ही है. So I just call this students as the sweet dish of our thali, right? Where some students are always bitter, they give the best feedback. They give the best feedback. सर आज क्या था कुछ मजा नहीं है लेक्चर में, सर ये समझ में नहीं आता. So I feel both the students are equally important,
Exactly.
right? जो बच्चे sweet है, जो तारीफ करते हैं, they are basically motivating us, right? To just give improvement in our things. We have got this bitter ones. Okay? So to balance this, I think so you should equally treat them. जो बच्चे तारीफ करते हैं वो भी अच्छे हैं, जो बच्चे क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, क्रिटिसाइज तो नहीं करते, but I think so they give positive feedbacks, right? So we want to balance between this two. So never ever, right, try to reject or try to avoid जो बच्चे कड़वे होते हैं, because that's my personal experience. जो बच्चे कड़वे होते हैं ना, they give the actual feedback to us as a teacher, right? Then there are somebody who are spicy students. तो spicy students कैसे होते हैं? They are hyperactive, you know. कुछ भी हो, they are in the class, right? They are in the class. They want to show their dominance. तीखे बच्चे होते हैं, right? So those who are smart enough will be like the spicy students, right? Or there are some kids who are cool enough. रसगुल्ले जैसे होते हैं. They don't do anything. They just show their presence. So whenever you go in the class, imagine that you are having a good Gujarati thali,
Exactly.
right, with wonderful cuisines, and each of the constituent or each of the item is equally important to us.
Exactly.
So hats off to all the chefs, the master chefs who are teaching in your university, right? So really, I would one day come and attend your class if ma'am allows me.
Yeah,
And
you're
if your
most welcome.
ma'am allows me, I want to attend your class. कि आप कैसे सिखाते हो बच्चे कि इतने बच्चे बाहर आके they are well settled and so much happy in their life. Let's take the next one. The teacher as a pilot, right? Now see, basically the whole of our class is like a flying machine, right? You have got so many controls. See, I'm not going to take the technical part. Whenever time permits, we'll go into it. Which are the technical aspects of a teacher, which controls you have, and how you can control the whole flight. But we have got all the controls in the class. See, once the management sends us to a classroom, basically we are the king of this flight, right? Nobody can, I don't know, it's my personal opinion, nobody can interfere or interrupt, right? So we have the total control of the class, we are totally in charge. We have got so many devices to control the students, and your job, that is the university teacher's job, is to take off the flight or land the flight. One simple question you can write in the chat box if you can and answer me. My question is, as a university teacher or a professor, your role is to take off the flight or land the flight. I'm getting the answers. Okay, I'll share it with you. School teachers, see, we all are school teachers. Our job is to take off the flight, which is little bit easy. It's little bit easy, right? The reason is what, still we are on the ground. कुछ भी गड़बड़ हो गई तो ठीक है, we are not taking off ahead, right? But as university professors, your job is tough because your flight has already taken off, right? Now you are supposed to land the flight, right? And landing means what? You are sending it to the real world, right? So your job is really difficult and really important because after their graduation, they are directly landing into the real world, right? Where they face actual challenges, where they face the actual scenario, right? So you have to be more cautious as a pilot of flight, right? Because as school teachers, for us, it's easy going, right? They've got still their 12th standard. After that, they'll be going to colleges and universities, and then they'll go into the real world. So your job as a pilot is a little bit more. You have to be cautious and really important for the students in their life. Now, one more thing as a pilot we have to see is try to take a broader perspective, right? Don't look at minor things, right? See, I'll give you one simple example. Class में कभी-कभी आवाज आ जाती है. Some children make noise, some funny sound. I don't know university students what they do, but don't try to neglect it and laugh it away, right? See, generally you can have a small joke like that. कि I never knew कि मेरे classroom में बच्चे मतलब animals also come and study, right? I am proud about it, right? चलो ऐसा है कि वो तानसेन की बात थी कि तानसेन के music सुन के animals also used to come. So maybe I'm such a good teacher. Some animals also attending my class. So share a small joke and wipe it off. So be a pilot, neglect small things, focus on a larger perspective, right? Your job is to make a safe landing, use all your controls, and छोटी-छोटी बातों पे ज़्यादा ध्यान मत दो, focus on a larger scenario. So I believe that the teacher is also doing a role of a pilot, right? Taking off the planes at lower grades, just seeing that it is delivering or coming right on time and perfectly landing. A flight is there using all the controls. Can you have the next slide? Okay, let's see a teacher as a comedian, right? I am sure you all will be funny enough, but see, when you are dealing with online as well as offline, see what I do is I try to take a closer look, right? So try to change your expressions. Suppose I'm sitting right now here. If I come very close to you, we'll feel like laughing also at me. Like, how are you all? Right? So try to go a little bit close to the camera, do some funny gestures also, and make them laugh. There are other ways also. You crack a joke also, but try to be as funny as you can. But see that they don't make your fun. See, I've been always telling teachers that being funny is one thing, but children making fun of the teacher is not at all allowed, right? You can make them happy, but see that they are not laughing on you, right? So whichever topic you are dealing with, try to have small humor in that, and that will always give a lot of charm. I'm sure you will be doing it in your classrooms, but if a child is not laughing in your class, right, or not smiling in your class, or he's not happy, I think so it won't be very long, right, that you might have to look for other profession, right? Because children love the teachers who make them laugh, right? So make them laugh as much as possible. See that you are not serious, and always crack some humor in your class. If you want, I can have a small incident shared with you so that you understand how things are going in classrooms in our schools, right? You want me to take a small incident which was funny enough? Okay.
Please carry on. We are just waiting.
Okay, fine. See, basically, I was just moving out in a corridor as a routine, just trying to see what kids are doing. There were two kids who were standing out of the class, right? So I just asked them casually that why you are out of the class, and kids are smart nowadays. They said that, sir, we were not doing anything in the class. So I said, that's why you are out of the class. And they started laughing. I said, you have to do something in the class. Then I asked the teacher, ma'am, what they were doing in the class that you are kicked out of the class? She said that, sir, they are continuously talking in the class. I said, ma'am, outside also they are doing the same thing with a greater ease. Right? So taking out of a child from the classroom, actually you are giving them more. You are giving them more, you can say, as liberty to do whatever they were doing. Right? So the best punishment is to see that the child remains in the class. Right? So if you want the kid to be really punished, he should be in the class. Do you all agree? No, it's the other way out. It's the
Absolutely
other way out.
right. Yeah, absolutely right.
It's the other way out. The child should feel that if the teacher is driving me out of the class, that is the punishment for him. So the class should be so much entertaining that the child should feel that no, I should be in the class. Class mein maza aata hai, right? And my teacher makes me enjoy like anything. So just see that your class is full of laughter, right? Full of joy and full of humor. How many of you are expert in creating humor in classrooms? How many of you are expert? Anyone who is expert in creating humor? All of you, I think so. All of you. And do you see that the teacher who is funny, cracks so many jokes in classroom, is also a popular one? See, I don't know how far I'm correct, but I'll tell you the fact. See, sometimes the teachers are tagged as good teachers just on the virtue of their element of fun in the class. So all teachers have got equal knowledge, they have got equal content, they have got equal skills to deliver that content. But some teachers become popular just by the skills of being funny in class, right? So it's my sincere request to you all. See, most of you might be quite senior than me, as you are all university professors, but it's a sincere request. Please create fun in your class, right? How to create fun, you all know it very well. But whenever you go in class, see that at least 2 or 3 humors are there in your class. A teacher is a judge, right? All of you might have seen this movie. If you have not seen, try to see it. I like this character so much in the whole movie, right? And I remember one of his dialogue. He said it so nicely that कानून अंधा होता है लेकिन जज नहीं. See, from that I learned one thing, that syllabus outdated हो सकता है, teacher नहीं. Right? So see, even though you may have a syllabus which doesn't have the current things in it, right? But you take a call and teach them what is important for today's world, right? Because syllabus can be outdated, but not the teacher, right? Try to incorporate the new things, the new ways. See, if you just see this movie and see him as a judge, see, sometimes teacher has to take this role also in a class, right? First of all, the judge's duty is to listen carefully, right? Most of the time I've seen teachers don't listen to the students, right? वो अपने आप ही call ले लेते हैं without even listening to them, right? So please give them a chance to speak. Please give them a chance to speak. Please hear them properly. Don't judge them very fast. Please don't judge them very fast, right? Listen to them very carefully and take a call. एक और बात थी ये मूवी में कि ये जो एक और वकील था इस मूवी में, was on the villain side, right? He was very much rigid. हमारे बच्चे भी होते हैं, कोई बच्चे बहुत ही rigid होते हैं, right? He was very rigid. What he did was so nice. He also behaved in the same way, right? वो नीचे बैठ गए, चलो ठीक है, मैं भी नीचे बैठ जाता हूँ, right? So try to be like him. He was funny also. He was little bit rigid with the rigid ones, but he was very soft. He was very soft. Right? One thing I saw, and teacher must do it as a judge is, right? Try to be more human rather than sticking on to rules. Rather than sticking on to rules. Right? Just don't stick on to the rules. Be just human. Sometimes we have to play within the frame. I know that we have a frame of rules, but sometimes we need to go out little bit for a specific incidents. But see that we are humans first and then teachers, right? So if you are behaving in a more human way, see the difference in the kids and see their behavior also changes. So I feel sometimes teacher has to take a call, has to be a judge in the classrooms. Oh, this is my favorite one. Teacher as a mom and a dad, right? In our school, setup, we have got more female teachers, and I think so. In universities, you have more of male teachers. I think so, right? But why female teachers? What role we have to take as a mom? Moms are strict, but they appear to be strict, right? They are very caring, right? So if you are a teacher, you have to be first a mom, right? If your child is not attending, right, your class sincerely, the first thing you must ask a question, why? Right? If he is not coming to your class, just ask a question. See, you can do this as a teacher. If your kid is not attending, maybe online or as well as offline, just give a call and ask them and listen for 5 minutes. Right? Right? On the next day, I assure you he'll be either offline or online because he has a reason for not attending. If you find out the reason, he will totally agree with you that okay, sir, tomorrow onwards I'll be there for your session. Right? Only thing is that he must be heard properly. So be caring. Try to have a phone call. Beta, क्यों attend नहीं कर रहे हो? What's the problem? That you are not enjoying the sessions or you are not well. See, if he is not well, he'll be so happy that at least from my college side, right, somebody is there to call me. Right? Just give a call and have a routine talk. Beta, kya chal raha hai? What you are doing? Are you enjoying? Right? Why you are not attending the lectures? Is there any serious reason? Just try to be a mom occasionally, right? And be supportive as a dad. See, किसी बच्चे ने कुछ नया कर दिया. See, actually, I just want to share with you that what kids want is not knowledge, not they want anything from us. They just want to be inspired from us, right? Only kids want is our inspiration. If the kid is doing something new, just tell them, "Beta, excellent, right? You are doing something very nice." Right? If you need any help, you tell me. वो बच्चा अपने आप कहेगा, sir, I don't need any help. आपने इतना कह दिया, that's more than enough for me. The rest of the things I'll manage. Right? If he's not able to attend the lecture, just ask him, beta, do you need any help? Right? क्या reason है बेटा attend नहीं करते हो? मजा नहीं आता है बेटा? Right? At least start. 2-3 lecture attend करो if you are not well. Right? Try to attend the most interesting ones which you feel and gradually pick up. Right? So just see that you are a mom and a dad in a classroom. Right? कभी-कभी जैसे casually मम्मी पापा बात करते हैं, बात करो. बेटा आप क्या चाहते हो from us? See, this question if you ask to students, they'll be the most excited and they might give you as number 1 teacher. एक बार क्लास में जाके पूछो कि बेटा आप हमसे क्या चाहते हो? Right? Or ask them to list out 5 things what they expect from a teacher. See, wonderful answers will get. Right? Once I had done this, I'll be honest with you कि मैंने किया था कि आप क्या चाहते हो? There were 10 students, I think so 12, who said that nothing. We don't want anything from you. right? जैसे भी आप हो ऐसे ही रहो, we are happy with you, right? Ask them what changes they want from us, right? What change they want from us. Ask them what type of behavior they expect from us, and you will see that wonderful answers you will get. And those are the actual feedbacks. Those are the actual feedbacks, right? हमारा मैनेजमेंट जो फीडबैक देता है, that is always good. It's for our improvement. But ये जो बच्चे देते हैं, that is the true feedback which we need to really change in ourselves, right? So try to take feedbacks from them, and you will be really a better teacher than whatever you are. You might be best, but you can become the teacher, right? Next one. Uh, this is my favorite one, teacher as a friend. This is a little bit risky thing. Do it at your own risk. Uh, I'm not sure about university students and college students. They can get over friendly, which is again little bit you have to be cautious because they take it as granted and they get carried away also, right? But on the first day, generally I talk to them because I deal with again nearby college students, grade 10th and 12th. First thing I tell them that, beta, you all are smart. I agree. I certify you all, right? But I am smarter. You agree and you certify, right? So it's not there who wants to show the smartness to each other. We both are equally smart. Here we are here to just share our opinions, right? We are not here to share our smartness or show our smartness, right? So neither you will insult me nor I'll insult you. If you start, I also start, and I'm good at it, right? So try to see that on the first day you things make things very clear, right? It's like that you honor, I honor, right? So this is the best relation between two friends. फ्रेंडशिप में क्या होता है कि जैसे आप बिहेव करोगे वैसे वो अपना फ्रेंड बिहेव करेगा. So tell your students that I am a friend, but remember the rules of the friend, right? आप ट्रीट दो, मैं भी ट्रीट दूंगा, right? आप मार दोगे, मैं भी मार दूंगा, right? आप हंसाओगे, मैं भी हंसाऊंगा, आप रुलाओगे, मैं भी रुलाऊंगा. So this is the relation between two friends. So as Plato said once, see, Plato and Aristotle were very good students and teachers. They used to learn from each other, right? So he said that true friendship can exist only between two equals. Equal in the sense, in all respect, even in behavior, right? So on the first day, you can always tell them that if you behave friendly, if you are very much, say, if you are modest with me, I'll be modest, right? If you are not modest, if you are insulting, I can do the same for you, which we don't want, right? We want good relations between us throughout the year and throughout our career, right? So be friendly to them, but be clear with your rules, be clear with your ideology, and then get friendly. The second thing is that being friendly to them, right, doesn't mean that they take it us as granted. See, being friendly means they should be very much open to us, right? They should be freely able to ask questions to us. They should be free enough to discuss anything which is going right or wrong with them, right? They should feel that whatever I share with my teacher, they will not get annoyed by it immediately, right? See, if you just accept them initially, right? If they've done something wrong, you accept them, then things are very fine with them. But first time you forgive. See, I'll just give you one simple example. If you just ask in a class that who made the noise, किसी ने शरारत कर दी, किसी बच्चे ने आवाज कर दी. If you tell them that I will not punish you, right? Be honest, right? Maybe they will come up, maybe, right? But after that, don't punish them, right? Tell them this is the first time you made this noise, I can forgive you. Next time I won't, right? So be friendly with them, but see that they don't take it as granted. Because if you are not friendly to them, they will not share whatever they have in their minds, right? So teacher as a friend, the teacher as an actor, right? Now I'll just give you one example. Children see movies for 3 hours, right? Children see movies for 3 hours. They are fine with it. They don't have any problem. But sitting for one lecture, right? They are not enjoying, right? Now it's not the student's fault. We need to think on this, right? Why children can view the whole movie for 3 hours without getting bored? They are super excited about it. What these actors are doing, right? So maybe they are able to catch the students. Maybe they are able to hold them. Maybe they've got enough skills. So sometimes I feel that what type of skills the teacher has, what the actor has, let the teacher understand it. So try to see very good movies where the actor has where the actor has shown their skills, which we can use it in classrooms. Right? I have seen few videos of very good teachers, especially in lower grades. They are good dancers, they are good narrators, good dialogue delivery, right, and great sense of humor. So if you want, you can learn from this great actors and try to do little bit of act in the classrooms and to catch them and see that they are focused in what you are doing. Occasionally you can even sing a song. See, I have few of the lines which I generally repeat in classrooms, right? This is my favorite line, chup chup baithe ho zarur koi baat hai, right? And sometimes if they're arguing a lot, kuch na kaho, kuch bhi na kaho. So at least they listen to us and they get little bit calm enough, right? So try to find out some lines, right? And even some songs which you can use it in classrooms, and you can always catch them, right? They can be attentive. Uh, this is the slide which I was little bit in a dilemma whether to put or not, but I thought I'll put it. Teacher as a god in the temple. Now, I get very much, sometimes I get very much, you can say, as shocked, and sometimes I feel even bad about it, right? When the parents come and say that, sir, you say to him something, right? They don't obey us, but they obey you, right? So we get sometimes very much, surprised that how come children don't obey their parents? See, parents only give them food, clothing, shelter, whatever they demand, right? And honestly, we don't take care as much as parents do. Still the parents say that, sir, they obey you rather than they obey us, right? So how come how come it's like that they obey us more compared to them, right? So one reason I feel is their faith in us, and they feel that whatever the teacher is doing is right for us. So teachers they put teachers in the place of God. They put teachers in place of God, right? So we are like gods to them, right? So I think so they have given such a place, such a portion in their life, that we should always think, right, that whatever we tell them, how we behave with them, we should see that we don't hurt them in any possible way. Whatever good we can do, whatever blessings we can give in form of education, in form of good manners, or whatever we can give, right? We are no less than God to them. That's what they believe, right? So we should always take our students as our disciples, as our devotees, and behave to them. They'll be always happy with us, right? So this was all I just wanted to share with you. These are just few of the things. I don't know how much I'm able to reach to you all, right? But I think so. It's some question time. If you have any questions to ask, you can ask, right? But I know I didn't have much to say on this occasion, but whatever I had, I just like to uh, just present to you all. And if you have anything, you can just share it to me.
Himanshu sir, I
Yes.
totally agree with you. When you say that a teacher should be like a pilot, should be like a comedian, should be like a cook, and they should see the student as Gujarati thali. It's a wonderful way of visualizing the things. And of course, if we take them as the food served in a thali, I won't think that nobody will be angry or annoyed with the students. They'll be forgiving the students whenever they are committing mistake. And being like a father or a mother, guiding lights, definitely the student will take the teacher, they will take us like a god only. And trust me, many of the teachers, they told me that in the time of taking classes, they take a screenshot of that particular session and they post it on Facebook appreciating the student, and student love it a lot. The student who never speak, they start speaking in the class. So that is the impact of the teacher's voice, the impact of the teacher's appreciation. That is wonderful. Himanshu sir, I just want to know, these are the points, it's 100% true what you said. Do you think the personality development has its role in the life of the teacher? What do you suggest for this?
You mean to say that the role of teacher is also there to develop the personality of the students?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, actually, see, being university teachers and the college teachers, see, they are directly going to go in their jobs or in the business, right? So the personality development is more important than the knowledge, because
Yeah.
they'll be first seen and observed and will be absorbed only by looking at the personality.
Yeah, that's
How
true.
they behave. So I think so that should be the first part in the curriculum. Right?
Yeah.
See, imparting knowledge will come later. Right? So first the teacher must teach the students how to behave. Right? Their external appearance, their internal appearance, right? Their what you call subconscious minds, right? Their behavior, right? In public, in private, that should be taught first. So I think so first sessions you can always take for the development of a human being.
Yeah.
Right? Because see, honestly, sometimes we ask the question to the students, are you a human being? क्योंकि स्कूल में कभी पढ़ाया ही नहीं है कोई कोई स्कूल में I'm not criticizing all the schools, right?
Yeah, generally, and for the sake of moral values and all, there is a thin textbook in the schools, and later on, it's all the teachers, the parents, all are concerned with the scores they get, isn't it? The mark sheet.
Yes.
Nobody cares about what value they are developing exactly, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, honestly speaking, they are producing intelligent monkeys.
absolutely right.
Super intelligent monkeys. Right? So the monkey part is not going. Only intelligence is developed.
Yeah. So I think the teacher should be integrating the values, ethics, the positive attitude, emotions. They should be developing all these things while taking their classes. They should be an integrated teaching. Yeah.
Correct.
So what do you want to say about it regarding the integration of values, attitude while teaching this subject?
Ma'am, right now the scenario is such that the education or the content should be integrated with all these things. Rather than content being integrated with these values. So I think so only values should be taught and the content should be integrated. Because we want better citizens, not intelligent ones. See, India does not want intelligence now. It is overcrowded. We have sets of super intelligent people with minimum values.
Yeah. So whatever profession we are showcasing for our students, it should be along with ethics and values. Then only we'll be a successful person. Then only we'll be the successful teachers, isn't it?
Correct. Ma'am, can I give a small example?
Yeah, please.
See, ma'am, we want children to be like the Tata groups, not the Reliance group.
Yeah.
Right? I think so. Most of them are aware about the ideology and ethics and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? It's not enough to be rich. It's enough to be worthy.
Yeah, that's true. Himanshu sir, you can stop sharing the screen and then we can have a discussion mode.
Sure.
And I request the viewers to put forward your question in your chat box, in your Facebook chat box, and we can just take over those questions. You'll find one stop sharing button in the bottom.
Okay.
You can just press it on and it will be all wonder.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. You can stop sharing.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah.
So you can just shoot your questions. If I'll be able to answer, you'll give me a pass, right? Certificate from your university. And if I fail, don't tell anyone. Yes, your questions, please.
Yeah, I'm getting a question
Yes, ma'am.
from one of the viewer that what is the role of soft skill in the life of the teacher?
Uh, See, basically, as a teacher, you should be skillful. That is quite assured. Now, as as the soft skills are needed to when they go in the real world, right? Now, the problem is the time frame which we have for completing the syllabus and all, right? So the teacher won't get special time to develop soft skills, right? So when you are in your lectures, see that you have these soft skills being developed when you are teaching itself, right? I'll give you one example. When you are
Yeah.
teaching, something has gone wrong. So take that example and say that what you did to correct that thing in the classroom, right? Suppose the child has not done the homework, he is not coming in time. So taking that circumstances develop the soft skill, that why we all want that you should come on time, because tomorrow when you be going for a job or for your business, do you think your timing is much important? Going and coming to your job is more important than doing the job? You can't say that, okay, I'll be at home, I'll come at my own time and doing my job. Will you be allowed? Right? So all the soft skills should be incorporated in the classroom itself. You may not get special sessions, neither you can demand also. Right? So when you are taking your curriculum, whenever there are some things which happen which are not correct, which is not maybe ethically correct, or may not be morally correct, you can incorporate the soft skills at that point only,
Yeah.
right? Rather than taking the whole session. See, it's very boring to take sessions for soft skills. But if you just inculcate in between your classrooms, kids will be enjoying it and learning it also, right? And you get always an icebreaker. Right? You can use such icebreakers as developing soft skills.
One question has come from Miss Ketki Nayak, and she's asking, what is the difference between teacher as a mentor and as a facilitator?
Oh, tough questions your teachers are asking, right? Okay, as a mentor and as a facilitator. Okay, fine.
Yes.
See, basically nowadays mentoring is good, but sometimes I believe that teacher as a facilitator. See, mentoring is like you are motivating them, right? You are motivating them for doing something great, for doing something different, for being creative, right? But before being a mentor, you have to be a facilitator, right? First of all, give them opportunity to expand, right?
Yeah.
What I want is you first give them liberty to be creative. See, generally what happens, we don't become facilitator, we directly want to become a mentor, which is not advisable, and which is not acceptable also by the students. So be a facilitator, give them liberty, watch them carefully, and then guide them, right? So I think so both are equally important, but you start with teacher as a facilitator. And I think so before facilitator, be a colleague to them, right? So you start your journey from being a colleague, right? Means in the initial days, so that they come near to you, then raise your level to a facilitator, and
Exactly.
then in the final years, you be a mentor. right?
Exactly.
So start your journey from being accepted. You just see that they are accepted to you. So start it with a colleague. Be colleagues to them in the initial stage. Then be a facilitator where you give them opportunity to explore and then take a command as a mentor.
Hmm.
Directly, if you become a mentor, you will be thrown off out of the class.
See, exactly. They won't be accepting it.
Yeah, they won't be accepting it. That's clear.
Exactly. And I like the way Ketki madam asked about facilitator, because generally we are always seeing a teacher giving lecture. And when we
Hmm.
say facilitator, that means the teacher is giving opportunity to the students to give presentation, and wherever they are lacking, the teacher is adding on the information. And
Absolutely correct.
I yeah, that is the quality of the teachers of Parul University, and that's the reason why the students are really improving a lot, and they are making a very bright career in Parul over here. So, Himanshu sir, to before we end, I just want to take a short golden words from your side. What do you want to add on to that today?
Ma'am, can I just say a short story?
Yeah, please.
Okay, ma'am. There was a great philosopher. Everybody might have heard about him. His name was Socrates, and he used to teach his students in altogether different way.
Hmm.
So one fine day, the students came to him and asked that, sir, what we have to learn today. So his way of teaching was altogether different. He said to his students, कि today we have to खड्डा खोदना है. We have to make a ditch. So all the students said, okay, sir, we'll do it. And there were all different kinds of students as we have the Gujarati thali. सभी खड्डा खोदने लगे. उसमें जो टॉपर्स थे, बहुत पढ़े लिखे, वो sincere students, right? We call them as so-called toppers. वो तो बड़े बड़े हथियार लेके भागे और खड्डा खोदने लगे. We want to be top, right? There were other students who were like management students. तीन चार बच्चों को बोल दिया आप खड्डा खोदो मैं ऑब्जर्व करूंगा.
Hmm.
So they also started making their own ditch. There were some lazy students also कि इतना छोटा खड्डा खोद के बैठ गए, राइट? और पूरा दिन खड्डा ही खोदा उन लोगों ने. So they came for the lunch break and said that sir we are ready with the task. आपने जो task दिया हमने कर दिया. Socrates said very good. अब क्या करना है? The kids asked अब क्या करना है? So Socrates said that अभी कुछ नहीं, खाना खा लो सब लोग और वो जो खड्डा किया था उसको बंद कर दो वापस. And the student got really upset and angry with him कि सर ये क्या चल रहा है, right? Most of the students did not give any feedback because as I say that some students are sweet, right? एक तीखा बच्चा था, उसने कहा कि सर ये क्यों किया हमारे साथ आपने? तो he said this was the learning outcome. So he asked sir what is the learning outcome in this? He said that before you do the खड्डा you should ask कि क्यों खोदना है, आपको उसमें क्या करना है, राइट? ही सेड मुझे तो इतना छोटा खड्डा चाहिए था जिसमें मुझे आई वांटेड टू प्ले विद मार्बल्स, राइट? आपको आज मार्बल खेलने के लिए मुझे बोलना था तो इतना छोटा खड्डा चाहिए था और आपने 6 by 6 फीट का किया है. Right? So this was his method. So see, as you give them a task, as a teacher you just observe what they're doing and then tell them what was the learning outcome rather than directly teaching them कि खड्डा अलग अलग साइज के होते हैं, कोई बड़ा खड्डा होता है, छोटा नहीं, करने दो उसको, right? Let them learn,
Yeah,
let them understand, let them have fun with it and
exactly.
see how different they all are.
Himanshu sir, one more question has come from Rachna madam, Rachna Parekh
Yes,
madam, and she's asking a wonderful question. She asked, can we teach integrity to students? It's really important nowadays.
okay, ma'am, integrating there are two advantages by integrating the learning process of different topics. See, first is that what we are integrating generally is the real life incidents. See, I'll tell you again one small incident. एक final year का student था mechanical का. Actually, our ex student in the monsoon he was going with his bike. लेकिन बाइक पे बैठा नहीं था, बाइक के साथ चल रहा था. तो मैंने पूछा कि बेटा क्या चल रहा है? So I just told them, I just asked them कि बेटा ऐसे क्यों जा रहे हो? तो बोले कि सर बाइक चल नहीं रही है। मैंने बोला पेट्रोल खत्म हो गया होगा। तो नहीं नहीं कि सर स्टार्ट ही नहीं हो रही है। मैंने बेटा आप कहाँ जा रहे हो? तो कि कॉलेज। तो मैं बोला कॉलेज जा रहे हो तो बोले क्या था वो? तो कि वी आर इन थर्ड ईयर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड द थिंग।
Yeah, so he can repair his bike over there.
He cannot, ma'am. Even though he's in third year, he cannot manage his bike. Right? So, see,
He won't have
basically, so basically, see, whatever you integrate has got some applications in real life.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So it is useful as well as it is entertaining. Right? कभी आप बच्चे को बोलो कि आप कुछ करना है, you are going to do this, you are going to perform, आप प्रोजेक्ट करने वाले हो, so you are integrating skills, and it is entertaining also.
Yeah.
Right? And you get plenty of time to sit, relax, and think what kids are doing. See, nowadays teachers don't observe only. Teacher बोल करके खुद भी थक जाते हैं और बच्चों को भी थका देते हैं.
Yeah.
Right? So you sit back, enjoy what's going on, and see what kids are doing. So try to integrate as much as you can.
Wonderful, sir. And the thing you have compared with the teacher, and I'm sure the teachers must be learning and they must be inculcating that in their life. And it will be a wonderful session for our students also. So I thank you so much for being with me, being with all of us, and give your special time with us. And again, we'll have wonderful session with you. Definitely, I'll invite you to my college for the
Thank
same.
you.
And because I know you as a wonderful presenter, and I've seen, observed you many a times, and definitely I'll want you in my college for that purpose. And thank you so much. And
Thank
thank
you,
you
ma'am. I
to
hope
all
I have
the
not
viewers.
bored you all.
No, not at all. I enjoyed, and I'm sure all have enjoyed. And when the
Okay.
questions were coming, that means they also enjoyed. Whoever joined.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
And
you
it
so
was a
much.
great opportunity. Thank you, Father University, and thank you, Chaya ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. And
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
to the listeners. Right? आप लोग बैठ के precious time निकाल के you just heard me so sincerely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, especially the time at 10 to 11, the peak time.
Oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye, ma'am. Bye bye.
Yes. Jiten sir, is it all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it over? Jiten sir, thank you so much.